So Zerkesi and Morgenholt are the only two people who ever saw those algorithms.
And Morgenholt is dead. And Zerkesi is connected to a mystery guest we know nothing about.
Dvorak.
Morgenholt and Zerkesi are geeks, not terrorists. Maybe this Dvorak is some kind of puppeteer.
No hitter, bottom of the 8th.
2-0, New York in the 8th.
Akira Watanabe is on the mound. He's pure concentration, pure focus.
This is no coincidence. You're on your way to the Big Apple. Bruce Morgenholt and Abraham Zerkesi were partnered together on Project Watson, the UN committee that cracked the mass kernels. They're the ones who discovered 512 encryption, the same encryption used in the messages you recovered at MCAS Bank. If this so-called Dvorak person has somehow gotten his hands on mass-based IW algos, we're in a world of hurt.
I've been trying to penetrate Zerkesi's private network since we connected him to this mess. I've seen some tough network security before, and I expected Zerkesi to have top-of-the-line tech, but this is crazy. Zerkesi's server isn't just impenetrable or invisible, it's like looking for a shadow in a pitch-black room. It's driving me crazy.
Things are turning sour in New York. It's been 24 hours since the blackout, and no one has a clue when it might end. We've got sporadic reports of unrest all over Manhattan, but it hasn't started to spill over yet. Word coming down from above is that the National Guard will be deployed within the hour. We'll need to insert you into an alley behind a building adjacent to the Target building. Watch out for civilians.
Fisher, the National Guard was deployed into Manhattan about an hour ago.
I feel safer already.
Watch your fire, Sam. Those boys aren't expecting to see you and they'll attack on sight. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Good.
You have enough light down here?
Think so.
What's that noise?
Nothing here but ghosts and shadows. That time I'm sure I saw something. Yep. Be on your guard. Something's up. No such thing as being too careful. What was that?
Fisher, looks like the National Guard are trying to restore the power to the building's elevator. It's probably your best way to the top.
I'll see if I can hitch a ride.
It'll be a long climb if you don't.
Nothing.
Fisher, satellite shows you've reached Casey's building. County Clerk's office has construction permits on file for the floors below the penthouse and in the neighboring structure.
Any plans or blueprints on file?
I'll have Grim look into it, but with this blackout.
I understand. I'll see if I can dig up some plans down here.
Good idea. Fisher, that's a hired gun if I've ever seen one.
He's no night watchman either. He's a merc. He's got the same kit as the guys who were protecting Lacerda.
This whole situation is getting uglier by the second. See if you can find out who these characters work for.
Will do.
How much longer is this gonna take?
It'll be done when it's done.
Done when it's done? What kind of answer is that?
Hey, I got a 220 connection here at 16 amps. So you know what that kind of juice will do? Let the wires get crossed.
Work permits, architectural plans. Interesting. Zerkasey has a hardened panic room off of his bedroom.
I'll check it out.
Looks like he also filed plans for construction in the next building over.
The next building.
I'm no architect, but if I'm reading these plans right, both buildings are connected across a rooftop. I'll leave the relevant data on your offset. Should help you navigate.
Thanks.
Fisher, Zerkasey's cameras project an infrared beam so they can see in the dark.
If it's an infrared beam, I can see it in my night vision.
Exactly. And listen, it would help us keep tabs on Zerkasey if we could use these cameras against him.
Gotcha. I'll try and run some tests.
Good work, Fisher. That's one camera tapped. There should be 5 more.
I'll keep my eyes open.
This thing's a mess! Who put the lights out? Hey, I don't recognize you. How long have you been with this place?
3 months. I just got transferred up from Peru. I was on the VIP detail down there.
Ah, so you're already, in the loop.
Yeah.
Stick with us. We know how to get things done.
I know. Like I say.
Good work, Fisher. That's 4 of 6 cameras tapped.
I'll keep an eye out for the other 2.
Gotcha.
Who?
Dvorak.
Where is he?
According to this, he's in the building next door. You can get there across the rooftop through the magnetically locked doors.
How do I get through the doors?
They're not magnetically locked anymore.
Thanks for the help.
How long have you known him?
Long time. Long time. Since before this place. Since before Bosnia.
Before Bosnia? Good lord. I knew he had connections, but...
Yep. Know him along?
This place? That's Doug Shetland's company.
We do.
I know.
Fisher, if Shetland turns out to be crooked,
If Shetland is crooked, I'll take him down myself. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
could be. See if you can find out who's in charge of this protection detail. Maybe someone inside this place is playing both sides.
You got it.
Good work on the cameras, Sam. We'll have guys watching Zerkezi 24/7.
Always happy to keep the donut dippers busy.
Damn it! I could have sworn I saw someone down there.
I'm allergic to flowers. Maybe you should talk before I sneeze and accidentally cut your throat.
Oh, good. I'll tell you anything.
Good. Start with your boss. What's his name?
Nedich. Mylon Nedich. He's in charge of all our VIP protection contracts.
And how many of those under his protection has he killed in the last, say, 6 weeks?
What?
What kind of scam is he running?
I don't know about any scam. I swear. Don't hurt me. I'm not as tough as I act.
Mylon Nedich. Echelon's got nothing. He doesn't even exist.
Well, whoever he is, he's playing both sides. We need to inform Shetland.
No can do, Sam. We can't compromise OPSEC for private interests.
Fine. If I find Nedich, it'll be less of a problem.
Admirable of you to protect your friend, but
You said he doesn't exist. I'm just correcting a bureaucratic error.
All clear.
Switch that back on. I'm still here. Piece of junk!
Nothing here but ghosts and shadows.
Fisher, what are you doing?
I've seen these things before. This is a finite state machine.
It is?
Yeah. Looks like Dvorak is just the encoded innards of a 50-year-old scrap heap.
No wonder I couldn't hack into it.
It doesn't even speak the same language. I'm going to try and reinitialize the machine and retrieve an output stack for analysis.
Gotcha.
All right, I got the stack.
Fisher, judging by what we just saw, I think that's an infinite state machine, not a finite state machine.
What's the difference?
This one is self-referential. Each output stack is a logical instruction set that tells the machine to recurse itself and derive a more accurate set of instructions for the next execution cycle.
Fascinating. Can I go now?
Good work, Fisher. Time to make yourself scarce. Get to your primary extraction point.
On my way.
This is all a bit suspicious. Who's there? I don't know what you're up to, but you better come out of there.